Sorry, Kim, just if we could just do the intro again, which was just about.
Oh, it's all right. Yeah, we're right near the police.
Yeah, you don't want me having a belt on.
Just trying to work out where I am. Sorry. The intro as in name again?
Yeah,
and
just. Okay. Sorry, so I'm Kim O'Connor and
Okay.
I'm whatever.
my name, I'm Kim O'Connor, Manager of Engineering Operations at the City of Yarra. Part of engineering operations is graffiti removal. So we look after the removal of graffiti within the council, and it has a budget of about 650,000, and we run I think it's 3 crews, and we also have specialist crews as well that do work for council.
So how did you turn around the spending from being graffiti removal to actually turning it into art grants?
Okay, so City of Yarra had a program in the time. City of Yarra has a youth services program, which actually was looking at diversion programs for youth through Napier Studios. And at the time, we had a few meetings on graffiti and realised that we couldn't get government grants for graffiti art projects, but we could get grants for removal. So what we decided to do was we would submit some grants for the removal, and then that could offset some of the budget that I had that would then be reinvested into arts programs. Council also had an arts program through a grants process where they were dealing with the likes of Everfresh Studios and other artists and putting up works, but it wasn't really dealing with the issue that I myself had, which was putting in treatments and using local areas of treatment. So we'd have walls that we'd go back to 3 or 4 times with to remove graffiti, and we found that if we actually could put up some artwork, well then effectively it would pay for itself, because we wouldn't have to go back anymore to remove, but we could commission an artist to do the works. So we really took that type of approach to say, hey, let's get a balanced approach of engaging artists. Now it works in some locations, in other locations it hasn't been so successful because you continue to get the tagging, but it's all part of the program.
Just talk to me about the. We did talk about the tagging before as well. What is the feeling inside council about
Tagging,
for instance, versus street art?
Tagging is generally seen as one of the biggest problems with people accepting graffiti or street art. They see that it's vandalism, that it's disrespectful. So what we find is that a lot of the complaints that we have from residents is all associated with tagging. So we will remove about 5,000 to 6,000 incidents of graffiti a year, and most of that will be tagging based, where it's actually on private property or council's property and it hasn't been approved or authorised. Now, no one likes tagging, and the impact that we have then is that it's bad graffiti. And then we have good graffiti, so the residents also sit down and go, we like the street art, but we don't like the tagging. So tagging is a significant issue.
How do you get around to tell the street artists themselves about that? I mean, do they know how the council views tagging versus street art itself?
Well, a lot of the street artists, they see it as temporary as well. So the street artists will look at it and go, well, that's the nature of street art. It's there, it's temporary. That's part of the culture of street art. But at the same time, there is this need for respect. So the street artists do have a code where they're expecting there to be respect as well for some of the works. But at the same time, they understand that it's not a permanent. They're not permanent installations. Sorry, I'm just taking you down the wrong streets. All right.
Where are we now?
Well, I'm trying to avoid traffic. I should show you. I should show you what was an interesting. I have young kids, and I was recently in Johnson Street, and I was walking along, and there's a mural down here where it's actually of the Globetrotters, and the actual Globetrotters were walking down the street at us, okay? And it was amazing that you had the real Globetrotters checking out street art in Fitzroy. So I'll show you that in a minute.
Okay, that's great. Hang on, just let me know.